As we continue our cast diagram analysis, now we are focusing on the fourth quadrant, which is 270 degrees here and 360 degrees. So now we know that our original angle is theta here, making this y because this side is parallel to this one, making this x because it's parallel to the x-axis. And we know if we want to identify our trig ratios, sine of theta, which is opposite over hypotenuse, it's equals to what's the opposite? Y. Hypotenuse is r, right? This will be r because there's a circle, imaginary circle around the Cartesian plane. So finding cos of theta will be adjacent over hypotenuse. What's the adjacent? X. Hypotenuse is r. And the tan of theta, which is opposite over adjacent, what's the opposite? Y over x. So now we're going to focus more on 360 degrees minus theta. So here there's theta. So the 360 starts from here. Let me throw the color. Starts from here. This is 180. This is 270. And then now it ends here. So the whole thing is 360. Here, from here, the whole thing here, from here up to there is 360. And then we're going to subtract with this theta. So meaning that our triangle will be this one with an angle here of 360 degrees minus theta. This angle here will be 360 degrees minus theta. So now let's look at this. So this here will be a negative y because it's parallel to the y-axis, so it's negative y. And this here will be your x, which is positive. So now the sine of 360 degrees minus theta is equals to what? According to this, so the 360 degrees minus theta is here, and then the opposite is facing negative y. And what's the hypotenuse? The hypotenuse is this one, which is r, so it's over r, right? So what does this mean? Let's go back to the basics. The basics is y over r, the sine of theta. So we have minus y over r, so which means this is negative sine of theta, right? Let's go to cos. Cos of 360 degrees minus theta is equals to, what's the cos of this angle here? Adjacent is x, positive x, over hypotenuse, which is r. Let's go back to the basics. Basics, cos of theta is equals to x over r. And in this case, we also got the same thing. So this means that it's cos of theta. Let's look at tan of 360 degrees minus theta. So the tan facing this one, negative y, adjacent side is x. So it's negative y over x, which we go to the basics again, we have y over x. But in this case, it's negative. It's going to be negative tan of theta. So now that we understand our cast diagram and how it is formed with respect to its angles, now we will be able to solve the problems by reducing formula.